Easy.
All right, welcome back to the Average Bros podcast. It's been 3 weeks. We missed 2 weeks. There was just some things that we just couldn't help. Weather and
Life.
life, literally,
Yeah.
just life, man.
Weddings. Lots of weddings.
It's it's that time of the year, so but we're back, most of us. We have a special guest. I don't want to call him a guest because he's one of us. He was part of the gang before, this was a thing, but we have Lewis with us. Lewis,
What is up?
welcome, my guy.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, no,
Our IGL.
I'm very glad you were able to join us. It's
Yeah, man.
it seems like we used to play together all the time, and it doesn't seem like that long ago. But then other times, it's like, bro, it's been
That was 2
years.
Call of Duties ago.
Yeah,
Which- that's a
was
long
Damn,
time.
that was two.
Yeah.
Dude, it really was.
Oh yeah,
Black
Modern
Ops
Warfare.
4.
For sure. Yeah. On my end, it feels like I was actually telling Maddie and Durwood, it's just been like busy. So I just have time for like one, maybe 2 games. So I'm just like, if I try to incorporate a third one, I just don't have time for it. I was like, where am I gonna like? I just don't get sleep if I do that,
No,
So,
I feel you. You've been really busy.
We
I can
keep up
tell,
on
a lot of
Twitter, though, and
stuff you
stuff.
post. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll see you guys
For
around
sure.
for sure.
So no, thank you for joining us, and
Yeah, man.
can't wait to see your input
Happy to be here.
on some of this stuff.
Yeah, man.
David couldn't make it. He's dealing with his dog. He had a vet appointment scheduled, so family first. And
Of course.
hopefully he'll be back next
Family
week.
means doggo as well.
Oh yes, it's because
Family first, but doggo first.
Doggo is above family.
Exactly.
Nah, he's gonna have to choose. It's either the dog or it's us.
I mean,
Well, I
if
think
he
the
picks
more
the
we
dog,
can.
I'm not gonna
Well,
blame
he already chose.
him.
He's not here.
That's true. Yeah, I guess he already did.
I
That's
would.
pretty good. I mean, I guess we have a lot of stuff to talk about. We're not going to go over everything that's happened since we last recorded because that would take 3 hours. I think we had the All-Star game or the All-Star weekend that happened, and then we had a home series, the Chicago home series, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
Those, I don't know. Truthfully, I didn't get to watch a lot of it because again, life. Like we just been so busy the last 2 weeks. But we do have a lot of drama in the CDL that's happened. A lot of it, honestly, just in the last 2 days. The first thing I have down is the Crim versus Formal. And actually, Lewis, I believe you sent it into the group chat, and I was like, "Yo, what is happening?"
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I don't even know how I saw it.
I just,
It just
I don't know. It's
yeah. Someone like replied to it and it came up on my timeline, and I was like, I have to talk about this right now.
it's
way too
just,
good.
it's wild. I mean,
Yeah.
basically, Crim was, what happened? It was a optic video. And Formal said he wishes he would have
Oh.
dropped Crim. It was
Yeah.
like Truth Pong or whatever.
Yeah, they're playing
Yeah.
Truth or Drink.
That's actually how it started. I remember I was watching the actual show or whatever they posted,
Yeah.
and or like that episode on their YouTube,
Mhm.
and I heard that too. He like said it so fast because the question was asked like, who would you have dropped if you had the chance to, but you didn't, or something like that.
Dude, he
And
did not
instantly
hesitate.
he said Crim, Black Ops 3. And I was like, what? And he mentioned the moment, and I was like, holy crap. I was like, what?
It's been
Yeah,
sitting in his head for a while.
Yeah.
So,
and
yeah.
it just
Onto it.
instantly Twitter picked up on it, and they were like, what?
Yeah, Dexerdo, of course it was them, or however you pronounce that. Dexerdo? I
Yeah.
think that's how you pronounce it.
Zero.
They clipped it and tweeted it, and then Crimsix responds. And
Right.
Formal calls him out again. Crim calls
Dude.
Formal out for saying he didn't split the MVP payment, even though he said he was going to.
Yeah.
And then Formal says, "That's your response. You should just be happy you got a free ring for literally doing nothing the whole tournament." And of course, Crimsix comes back with, "Got a free ring last year too." Formal calls it an online ring. So I mean, I don't know. That stuff was just like that. I think I read that at the end of the day yesterday, and just getting off work and being able to scroll through my timeline and see all that was. It's just great. Call of Duty's back.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's
LAN's
safe to
coming
say they
back.
don't like each other.
It's crazy, man. Like Scump and Crim definitely had beef, and like that was evident. And they actually, I don't know. I feel like it was a couple months ago, or maybe at the start of Cold War, they just tweeted each other like, "Hey, like let's just like not."
Yeah.
And so it seemed like everything was
remember-
good, and
Yeah. I remember
stopped
one of the optic content pieces like a few months ago when Formal was back. He actually, it was like after Scump and Crim like squashed their beef over Twitter or whatever. And I remember I just heard it and it stood out because Formal was like talking some trash about Crim momentarily, and Scump kind of like backed off of it because they had just reconciled.
Yeah.
So he was just kind of like laughing. But Formal said something and I picked up on it like, oh, what the heck? I was like, does he not like Crim? Like at the time, and this was like months ago. So when I saw this, I was like, oh.
You're like, oh,
I was
this
like,
been
cool.
this been building.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What do you guys think about that? The whole not splitting the check, the MVP check.
I think it's fucked up.
Yeah.
I think it's
If you
messed
say
up.
you said you're gonna do it,
Yeah.
you know,
You know.
like if Krim got MVP, would Formal then be expecting it? Probably.
Yeah, true.
The thing is, it was what 25K between the four of them, so that's like
Yeah.
$6,000,
Mm-hmm.
$6,250. You think that matters that much to those guys? Especially, I mean, like maybe back then. I don't know how salaries were back then, but like the
$6
rumored
grand is
salaries
$6 grand.
now.
Yeah.
It is.
It was infinite. It was infinite. What is it? Infinite Warfare? Is that the game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I think by then they were already like, racking in bank.
I mean,
So
Crimsix went and bought like $30,000 freaking night vision goggles after he won champs last year. Like,
yeah,
Right, but just think $6
living
grand is a
life.
good chunk of that.
yeah. I think
It's true.
how I see it too, though, is like Scump and maybe at the time, Scump and Karma maybe were pissed about it, but I've never seen Karma have like any bad thing to say about like Formal, and he even teamed again with Scump right after, like in Black Ops 4, after he benched him. So to me, it's like kind of, I don't know. It is kind of shady for him to like back up on it, but I don't think it's like, I don't know.
I don't think it's as big a deal
I-
as Crimsix is.
yeah,
But
I don't know
I
how to
don't think
explain it.
it's
To us, it's 6,000. To them, it's more like 600 bucks. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
Well, still,
not
I
that
don't think
much.
it's like a huge deal, but it's still,
Yeah,
like you said, it's still a
shady.
messed up thing to do.
No, I feel you on that. It's
I don't think
definitely
it's so much
messed
about
up.
the
but-
money. It's more about your word and not
The
going
word,
through
yeah,
it. Yeah.
exactly. That's where
And that's actually Crimsix even said that it's not about the money. It's the thought of looking in the face and realizing the human being in front of me actually did that. That you're capable of
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah. The disrespect behind it.
Yeah. Read the reply after that from Formal. Is
Uh,
that the one with the online ring or whatever?
that was the one about getting the free ring for literally doing nothing, and then
Mm.
after that was the online one. And
Right,
then
okay.
what did he say? He said Formal ended up saying acting like he didn't get sunned by Sam at the previous one, and even worse by Pat the one before that.
Yeah.
And then Aches last night tweeted something about sunning them both like 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Dude, I
That was
love
good.
it. It's just
I love when stuff like that comes out of nowhere.
it's yeah. I mean like it was such like just a random comment in just a video, like a content video. As Optic does content.
Yeah.
I feel like every content video they make, someone gets mad about it
Yeah.
and like
True.
starts something. Did you guys see? I think Dashy and Clayster tweeted it too, or tweeted at each other, because there was like the beef between them when the league first started this year. After Dashy, it was like their pro tier list. Basically, I think Dashy was like,
Oh,
so
yeah,
should we just
yeah.
like wait for LAN
That's a bunch of nonsense.
or whatever? Yeah, no, they were just trolling, but it's
Yeah.
just I don't know. It's just funny. I love that stuff. There's my phone. I forgot to silence it. I'm that.
But now since they all had beef with Crim, and then after the Huke stuff, which we're about to get into, is Crim
Oh
a
my
bad guy?
gosh.
Is Crim just a bad guy?
Did anyone
Granted,
watch that whole video that Huke posted?
I missed like
watched
the
the
last
entire-
like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I watched it.
I
gonna
need to
watch
sit
half
down and
of
watch
it.
it tonight. But I read. Well, I sent it into the group chat. Just the
Yeah, I kind of skimmed
somebody
through
on
that.
on Reddit basically made it too long didn't read for it.
Oh yeah.
And so that's
Yeah,
I
that was pretty
posted
much
that,
the sum of
but-
it to what they wrote. If you read that, that's what he
It
said.
was just a summary of what the video was about, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't.
But
did
granted,
he
we don't know if
call
it
Crim
was
out?
Crim.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
he didn't call. He didn't name any names.
here's the thing.
What
though.
he
he said
said,
he's not
he
gonna-
just kept saying my teammates and like my teammates and my
Yeah, he
teammates.
didn't
But
name one specifically. He just
I
summarized
respect
it as
that
a
from
group.
Hook.
Yeah.
If I had
But
to
still.
guess,
Yeah, but
though, and it's
yeah, exactly.
yeah, you can assume, because like we know Shotzi from Halo. Like I would assume all of us, if not
Yeah.
most of us. Like I don't think he's like. And again, I have no idea what this guy's like, right? No freaking clue, aside from like his streams and how he talks to his friends and peers and stuff like that, or especially when cameras are off behind closed doors, kind of thing. But it's hard for me to imagine him and like a guy like Illy, who seems like also just like a funny dude, being the ones to start like those shit talking when Krim really has been the one in the past to like be involved with that kind of stuff. You know,
Krim's
because
Not to mention,
he's the one with the hot takes, right?
Yes.
not to mention that the reason why Illy and Shotzi are there is because of Huke.
Yeah,
yeah, for real.
yeah, and
So
he mentions that in the video. You're
I
right.
doubt they're gonna start. You know,
I-
Huke took a pay cut to get Shotzi.
I
Yeah.
definitely feel it's Crimsix, and nothing
Yeah,
that he's done in the
I think
past
everybody
would
does,
sway
yeah.
me from thinking that.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's
yeah.
So is Krim
I-
just a bad guy? I was
honestly.
thinking about that. I'm like, is Krim a bad guy? I don't know.
Did he get called out for it? Because moving to the Huke deal, he put out a 34-minute YouTube video explaining the situation with.
Krim did?
No, Huke did.
Oh.
That was the video. The video Huke posted today.
Yeah. Sorry. The way you
Basically,
worded
just
that, I
like
was like, wait, Krim did?
explaining his Dallas team forming, and I assume just everything that's happened since then. And he
Yeah.
says he was using Adderall
Oh, yeah.
because he felt pressured to use it because everyone else was using it, and he
Yeah.
wasn't doing as good, and he
And
decided
then
to
they
stop
they
using
won.
it in Cold War.
Yeah, they won. He felt like crap, so he stopped
Yeah.
using it and he got healthy. And then everyone
Yeah,
pretty
he,
much thought he went like crazy because
Crazy.
he was.
You
he
know
won
what's
like
funny?
a major tournament when he was like 16, and he loved the feeling. And then a couple years later, he was 18, taking Adderall, and he won another champs tourney, and he just did not feel the same
Yeah.
at all.
To me, how he worded that was interesting. Or who? No, wait, no. Rewind. Like, when they first dropped him. No, okay. Before they dropped him, I don't know if you guys remember. There was a. It was like one of their league play match. No, not league play. I'm sorry. One of their official like
The
CDL
CDL
matches or
matches?
one of the home series or something. They were showing the player cams of like the teams, and Hook was crying. Do you guys remember that?
I
He was
do
like
remember
smiling.
that.
Mm.
But he was like smiling, crying, and then that right there to me, I was like, and then the casters didn't really talk about it. You could see the change in their tone when they noticed, but they didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And the match went on. I'm pretty sure they even won it. And then he got interviewed after, and everything was cool, everything was normal. And then he gets dropped like maybe 2 weeks after that. To me, I was so thrown off by it because I was like, wait, what the heck? I was like, did it have something to do with why he was crying? And then fast forward, he gets dropped, he gets put on LA Thieves, and then he gets benched right after that. Also, I think that whole thing is like its own thing. I don't think it's too related.
Yeah.
But to me, I was like, dude, there might. And then people were also saying this on Twitter. I remember I scrolled through a couple threads, and they all kind of were talking about it. People were also like, dude, there's got to be something going on with Hook. Like, there's no way and stuff. And then to me, I was like, oh shit, I hope he's not like in a bad spot either. With like drug or substance abuse or anything like that. Just because you never know with people, right?
Like personally or with like family or
Yeah.
anything. Like
I was
I
hoping
thought
he
something
wasn't going off
crazy
the
was going
rails.
on outside of,
Yeah.
but it was all just like rumors.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Well, the way
when he-
the way I thought about it, what it reminded me of, like when he was saying how he started meditating and eating healthy and
Yeah.
cold showers and all that, and then everyone thought now he's like crazy and he's taking psychedelics or whatever.
yeah.
I immediately thought of what people think when they see Ace tweeting out weird stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Ace is
Wow,
very
that's
much
so
like that.
true.
He's into a healthy
So true.
lifestyle and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
everyone, people read his stuff and they're like, Ace sounds like he's off his rocker, but we know he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just.
Probably more like
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
probably more in touch
Yeah.
with himself than
Yeah.
anybody else.
Yeah.
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 So
He's
I immediately
it's
thought of Ace, and I was like, this is what people think about Ace. You
Yeah.
see him lying down on the floor in venues and just like,
Bro, that's
you
like
know,
a meme.
That's so true.
and it looks weird, but it's like that's just his thing. So
Yeah.
I immediately thought this is the same thing, but it's happening in Call of Duty. Everyone thinks he's nuts now.
Yeah. I think it's funny, right? Like, I don't think the Halo community saw it. Maybe it's like the context of how it was brought up, but I don't think the Halo community sees Ace doing stuff like this or talking about stuff like this and is concerned. I think
No,
they're more
no.
like, he's doing his thing.
They're like,
We think
"That's
it's
Ace."
really different. Yeah, it's really different and it stands out, but nobody's ever like, wait, hold on a minute. Like, should we be worried about this guy? Is he cool?
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, oh yeah, he's doing his thing. So it's
Yeah.
funny to me that maybe Hook didn't feel like as comfortable in COD because people were like already immediately they were like just talking behind his back as he said and all that. So the reception from that must have been pretty hard for him to like take low-key.
There would be a lot of like lost respect for all the people that would be directly involved, basically, if I was in
Yeah.
Hook's shoes.
Yeah.
It's like you don't necessarily know where it started,
Mhm.
but all you know is that it affected your livelihood.
Yeah,
You're a professional COD player who
literally.
gets benched because of a rumor.
Yeah,
And not even that, and like he mentions, he's like, no one bothered to ask him like, "Hey, are you
Yeah.
good?"
Yeah.
and
It's almost like no one cared. It's like they started all this stuff to get him benched or something. Like somebody had a grudge or something like
yeah,
that.
I think I don't know if you guys have ever been through something like this, and we don't have to like talk about it, but like I had a situation similar to that. Obviously, not in the same context at all. Like I wasn't a pro player in a game competing for thousands and getting salaried or anything, but I had a group of friends that were like that were concerned about like my behavior switching just because I was going into healthier habits and just financially too. Like I was like looking out for myself for like the long run, right? So I was like saving money, and I'll give you guys some context. It's like I was just saving a lot of money, so I was living in LA at the time. And I was telling them like, oh hey, like I can't make it to this thing, or hey, I can't go over today. Like I don't want to be spending money that I don't have to. Because every time I hung out with them, it was like we're gonna go eat out, we're gonna go buy snacks, we're gonna go spend
Mhm.
money
Oh
that
Just
yeah.
I
nickel and
don't
dime your money
have.
away.
Yeah. So I was just like, hey, if we're gonna do something big, like a few weeks from now, like go to a show, or if you guys want to go out or something, like let me know and I'll budget for it. But like I can't just Jenny, what's up? I
Dog.
can't just like get up and go and spend all this money again I don't have. And then, it kind of exiled me from the group, and it was like messy. So it's such a hard position to be in like when you think you're friends, because he said Shotzi and Illy he picked up, and we heard that, I don't know if it was confirmed that he dropped his salary in order to pick up Shotzi, or like lowered his
Yeah,
salary or whatever.
Astro even said that Huke took
Yeah.
a pay cut.
Hey.
That's the
Yeah.
thing though. Like
Rough.
the
So
people that are
vulnerable of him to
supposed
do
to
that.
stick with you and like support you when you're trying to do stuff like that is your friends. So like,
Yeah.
But that was his
I don't
main
know,
thing,
man.
like on his whole thing that he kept repeating was like,
Yeah.
if they're your teammates, you should be trying to bring each other up
Yeah.
Yeah.
and talking to each other. That was his big
For sure.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it just in his shoes, nobody. Seemed like nobody cared, and some people
Yeah.
were trying to drag him down. And
It's rough.
it's
Yeah.
like you don't need to surround yourself with those kind of people.
Yeah.
So
It was really sad, man. It was really hard. So really sad to see, but it was so like it was like a breath of fresh air because he seems so positive about it now, which is
Yeah,
crazy. I was like, wow,
Mhm.
I
this guy's
know.
mental strength is insane.
Well, like
Yeah,
after
yeah.
he got dropped or after he got benched by Thieves, he tweeted, he's like, "What is it not okay for people to be like happy?" Because like everyone was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
that's
I'm so sorry, Huke," and he's like, "I'm literally fine."
That's
I
true.
forgot
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
So I
That's
don't
so
know. Did
true.
he go into why he got benched with
Not
No,
by
Thieves?
but
thieves. No, he
I don't
didn't
know
get
if you
into that.
guys do you guys watch any of the LA Thieves like pre-show content stuff like that?
I
No.
started a little bit, but not a
Okay.
whole lot.
No worries. On it, the reason I bring it up is because on it, when they brought TJ Haley back and benched Hook, they spoke, and I think actually the one prior to when they first benched TJ for Hook, they talked a little bit about creating the best team that they can. So they're like, we want to keep TJ around. They said the same thing with Slasher. They're like, we want to keep them around and try to form them into our game plan because like JCap's like a methodical dude. They're not just gonna, and same with Mud Dog and their little
Yeah.
team that they got going on. They're like methodical guys, so they don't want to just like waste the talent. They know what they have. They're not like other teams where they're just dropped and you're out of here, go to a different franchise. They're like, okay, we want to keep. Remember, Gen G from Black Ops 4, how
Yeah.
they kept switching their roster between those two, Nagafen and Spacely,
Yeah.
because they were like, okay, we're doing really good with like an S&D with one of them, but in the respawns we perform better with the other. So what do we really want to be better at? So they were just like, going back and forth. I think that's kind of the LA Thieves thing to do at their camp right now is like they have all this talent and they're like, okay, we want to see what the best mixture of these 6 guys that we have is. So they're like, let's, I assume it's like, hey, let's go into stage 4 with Hook and Slasher because we're getting our land back. We think these guys have the opportunity. Let's just see if Kenny feels more comfortable not being a main AR because he never has been. So maybe, and I was thinking that too. I was like, I don't know how long Kenny. I was like, because he's nasty, right? Main AR, he's just
Mhm.
that
He's
guy
played
is super
good,
spy in the game. Yeah, but
but
you got to wonder like how long that can go on for before he like goes back to playing and being in his normal environment of being a sub and just being an aggressive player, right? Like, I think they know what they're doing.
It's funny
honestly,
you mentioned that though, because like last episode, I think it was last episode, I was talking about how in Overwatch they sub in players in between maps.
That's
And
a good point.
I forgot what we were talking about. I was saying it'd be cool if they just were able to sub in players.
Yeah,
but
So
like
like you
between
had you
admin and control, like you pick your best players for
yeah
each
and that
gameplay.
You bring in
Overwatch
like
is so good on that.
your
I don't know if you guys have
S&D
ever
sub.
watched Overwatch, like the Overwatch League, but it is really impressive because
I've
like you'll
tried.
see they'll bring in.
Stage 1 and 2, I was really into. I went to the World Championships and everything.
Damn, that's cool actually.
Huh.
I've got
They were
into
in
it
Manhattan
literally.
and Philly, so it was real close.
I jumped into it super late, man. I was like dumb late, like but I saw it from like a fresh perspective, and they were already like 4 years in or something. But I was so impressed with how teams like mirrored each other like that. And then I don't want to switch the topic too hard, but in Val, people are talking about like them maybe doing that later on, right? Like the meta is going to develop so much that you start not only countering agents against the other team, but countering players, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, that guy is known for being nasty with like an AR, say for COD. Like, or they're gonna bring in their two best ARs and for this specific map that's very AR dominant. And then they're gonna bring in like a flex and then like a sub, you know, like it's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna have to deal with that somehow. So it is cool that they're utilizing their pool. That's very, very impressive. If that's, you know,
I
how you wanna
definitely
look at it.
I definitely respect what JCap's done. Because like I mean, I don't
And it's
know. Like especially as like being a former player that literally like I mean, he's been retired isn't this his first year being retired? Did he play last year?
He didn't play last year.
He didn't play last year.
He got out after Black Ops 4, I think, in like
Okay.
that off season.
So
Unless he
like
played at the beginning, I don't know, of last season.
I can't remember if I can't remember him being on a team last year, but
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just I feel like it kind of takes some balls to do what he's done, and he's done it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and honestly,
the thing too is though, he's not the only decision maker, right? Like
He's
you gotta
not.
assume Kenny,
Yeah.
other people are putting their
Oh,
foot
yeah.
forward and
I
saying.
mean, I feel
hey,
like Nate
think,
probably plays some kind of voice in there. I don't think he makes
I-
final decisions, but
yeah, he words the tweets really well to where you can see like they probably go and discuss it, and then he's like,
yeah.
"I trust you guys. Like, let's do it. Like, I see
Yeah.
your point of view. Like, it's never easy to like drop a player, right? Like, I don't know.
he's actually
I
like
hope
such a
I hope they
good-
do like you said when like I hope each home series whatever they decide like all right this is our starting roster. They treat it like
Yeah.
a sports team. Like this is our
Yeah.
starting roster
Yeah.
this week.
How do you guys think this
That'd be-
team's gonna do? I mean, like on paper they look scary.
On paper it looks really good, yeah.
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 What was their original team at the beginning of the year?
So it was
Oh,
It's
Temp.
changed completely.
instead of Huke.
Temp instead of Huke, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much from
Yeah.
now.
And I think
Um,
Huke's I mean,
yeah.
no, he's definitely an upgrade on Temp. Temp's good, but
Yeah.
Huke's
No,
different.
Huke is like, yeah,
He's
Huke is a
different.
talent.
I
Yeah.
can take him.
I think I mean, obviously we don't know, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, like you said, on paper, and then for a LAN, like you gotta assume they're gonna do something, right? Even
Well, we'll see
even if
this
they do
weekend,
bad
'cause
during
they
the
have their-
stage
their
and then
home
at the
series.
major.
Their home series is this weekend, so we'll see how it does.
I was like,
it's theirs?
who do they play this weekend? They play Minnesota.
I'm curious to see how much
what
land
do
is
they
going to
play?
make a difference. Like
They play Minnesota and then they play Optic to end the weekend.
Minnesota's going to clap him.
That I'm looking forward
Wait,
to.
Rocker's
that.
been shaky though, right?
Yeah, Rockers have
I
been
can't
Yeah,
lie.
they're
Rockers
like-
kind of
they're
sucks.
up, but they're not like there yet, right?
They had a honeymoon period when they picked up Standy where they were just went on a tear, but it
But they
fell
switched
off.
out accuracy and maniac, correct?
Yeah, and their S&D has been great ever since they did that,
Yeah.
but the other two are kind of been
Yeah.
struggling.
Interesting. I'm curious to see how that match will go. Actually, I think that one will be very telling of that team, because if LA comes out and wins 3-0, 3-1, I think they made the right move. If they come out and they get 3-0, 3-1, then it's looking
It's looking
scary.
dicey.
You know, so it could go either way. If it goes game 5, you know, I'll give it to them. They're learning. They're getting better. If they clutch game 5, if they win the series, they're looking okay, in my book.
Depends how close it is.
Yeah, that's exactly.
If it goes game 5, round 11, and it's just like to the hair.
And it was looking
This is
sloppy. all
actually a
throughout.
huge
Yeah.
weekend for Thieves because they play Minnesota and Optic, and Thieves is 1-2, and Minnesota and Optic are both 2-1. So if Thieves wins both those matches, they would get the second spot in that bracket or in that group.
You would argue that it's a big week for all three of them, then, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. It is.
Because they're all they're all pretty tied in the scorelines.
So who
Jeez.
does? I'm trying to see who Optic plays.
Play Rocker.
Optic plays Seattle.
Or Thieves.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I put in my predictions for that one. Also, don't forget to do that.
Yes. Lewis, do you do predictions?
No, because I didn't know you guys did them until like way late, and I was like, oh crap, I'd love to do that because I always
You
make
can
my own predictions like in my head, but I never put them anywhere.
I'll send
you
you the
you
link as
can
soon as we're done
catch
with this.
Clint within a week, and then probably catch me within like 3 weeks.
You're
Okay.
still ahead of me, aren't you, Dan?
No, I didn't make picks last week, so I fell behind.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be. I'm looking forward to seeing how this team does.
Yeah. It's
don't
cool
know.
to see that Huke got back. It's funny though, right? Like the video came out, and not even
then,
like an hour
they
Like an
later,
hour
they
later,
announced
yeah.
the roster and he's back. Everybody's like, "Wait a minute, what?"
Yeah.
That was cool. That was really really fun actually to see
No,
because there was so much positive support behind Huke. Like the comments are disabled for the video, but I went on his Twitter where he like posted the link to the video, and under it was just like people supporting it. And I think, to be honest, I think a big factor in that, because it's Call of Duty, was Maniac, and like how people saw his
Yeah.
journey, right?
Yeah.
With
Oh, yeah.
addiction, because he was so open, and his situation was much much worse, you could say, right? So I think people were already familiar with the subject in a sense, like they were like I don't know, they didn't see it as a completely like, whoa, like this is so out of the blue, and it's like a one-time thing that just happened right now. It's more like, oh yeah, we've been hearing about this from Maniac, so everybody was really really supportive. So I hope that had something to do with it. And
I
then you
actually
see
wanted to
a
talk about
ton
that
of
a
other
little
people
bit.
talk about it.
Yeah. Like Aqua came out and said he was using it.
Someone else did too.
Yeah,
I
an
remember.
EU player, I
saw
believe.
some.
I think
Came with an M.
Zero said it.
Zero did, and
EU
somebody
player,
at
yeah.
Mox, is that an EU
Mox
player?
Yeah,
did it
Mox.
too.
That's who I was.
Yeah. I don't
Other
know.
people showed support, like Aches.
Yeah, I hope it just like, because I mean, I don't like everybody's like, you'll hear it. They say everybody uses it. I doubt everyone uses it.
Yeah.
I think,
But look at the people that say that though. It's always like a random
It's true.
anime Twitter kid. Like, relax. Like, you're not
no,
in
it's
it.
true.
Like,
I do think it's a
yeah,
little more prevalent than
for sure. Yeah.
some people would tend to believe.
Yeah.
I hope that this starts the process of getting it out. I think,
Yeah.
I don't know, especially like seeing Maniac's story and like just how like far into it he went. Like, I don't want that for anybody.
No.
So I don't know. The more light that can be shed on all of it, I feel like the better.
Yeah, I think the more you see that there is support around it as well, like, and then the more information that just gets put out there, like, it can only do good, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So
that's good.
So yeah, that's Huke and Thieves. The Thieves home series is this weekend, like we said. And
Actually excited
then
for it.
next
Crunch
weekend
time.
we have Major 4 on LAN. And
That's
let me
gonna be
tell
lit.
you, I
It's gonna be so fun.
beyond ready. So I had an idea. We'll talk about it a little bit later with the Xbox showcase and Halo Infinite and everything about like potentially, getting in a call and watching it. Except for Maddie because he hates fun and his friends.
He's just gonna have us. He's gonna be deafened the whole time if he is in here.
No.
Just not gonna listen to
I'm
anybody.
just not gonna join because it's
No.
pointless to have me in
No.
here. And not talk.
We're gonna see all his facial expressions, but he's not gonna hear or see
But
anything that we're doing.
I was kind of wondering if we could maybe, if you guys would be interested, if you're available, if we wanted to watch like the grand finals or something.
Yeah, I'm down.
And just like
I'm probably watching them anyway, so
like
I'd
react
be down to watch
it
party.
and just I don't know. I just feel like that'd be a lot of fun and
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm so ready for LAN, man. Like,
should be cool. I don't think. Oh, Darren, were you the one that just asked, or was it Ice that asked how we thought teams were gonna do or something?
oh, about the
It was like 5 minutes ago in the noise. Somebody said it.
I think I just talked about Thieves and like in the predictions.
I heard someone say like, oh, how do we think like teams are gonna do or something like that. But I don't think it's gonna.
We can just say you asked it, and we can go on that.
Sure. Oh, what do you guys think is good?
Oh no, you asked if LAN was going to be that big of a difference.
Yeah. Wait, who asked that?
Darren did.
Me. I did. Yeah.
Good job.
You're right. I'm losing my mind.
I think for the majority of players, it's not. I think a few teams there might be a big difference. I think.
I don't know enough to know who's better on LAN or better online or who, but I think this will be.
I think it's more just getting used to playing on LAN again.
Yeah.
This could 100% be the fanboy in me. I think the way Optic's been playing and the fact that they are going back to LAN and Scump can stand up and yell across the stage to the other team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to do pretty good.
Dude, Optic has been about to do pretty good this whole
for
season.
since Infinite
They've
Warfare.
Did you see that? Did you see that stat though? No. This season specifically. Did you see that stat that the tournaments they've lost this season have been game fives against FaZe, Ultra, and then like Empire? That's how they
That's
get out of every tournament is a game 5 round 11.
against the best
A
teams
top
in the
team.
league
Yeah.
and Empire.
Yeah, dude, they've been right there. I think the first major they were like game 5 round 11 with FaZe. Dude, imagine they win that.
It's
Like that
crazy.
round 11. Imagine they win all 3 of those round 11s. Like you don't know where the hell
It's
their team would be at right now.
it's crazy that you look at that and then you look at the way some of their league matches have gone, especially against FaZe, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, they literally didn't even get to pick up their controllers and they already lost 3-0.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I feel like they're a team that's like they're more comfortable on land than they are online.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I
I
get
think-
it in the sense of like you lose your drive, right? Like we've only played online. Like I don't think any
Yeah.
of us have ever been on a main stage, but like you would assume that if you're used to playing on like a stage and like the game itself feels like at its highest performance, but then like you go home and you're playing on your setup for 2 years. It's like
And
you
I
know, you're
think
gonna lose
that's
it.
I think that's why you
motivation.
see in the majors they play a lot better. That's why
Tournament,
like you said,
yeah.
they lost game 5 round 11s is because it's
every time.
something to play for. And it's
Yeah.
not the best way to play, but I mean with it being a major and it's on LAN, I kind of feel like they might pop off.
Yeah. Never know, man. Could happen. Could happen
Which
to a
is-
few teams though, too, which is
It
a cool
could.
thing.
And here's the thing,
But that's a good
FaZe
thing about
could
the
literally be
CDL this
better.
season.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, they
It's-
could go ultra instinct and just
Yeah.
not drop a map.
just they'll be flying even faster at people.
Yeah.
So yeah, the home series this weekend, the LAN Major 4 is on June 17th through the 20th.
Yeah.
And I believe that's in Dallas.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
that at the
Yeah.
that arena?
the esports stadium, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, the one that like
Ooh.
was built, but then COVID.
Yeah. But then COVID.
I think that's where the Rocket League World Championship was supposed to be that we were going to go to. And then COVID.
Yeah.
Um
Which means Darren still hasn't been to an event.
we'll get you to one, my guy.
We're going.
Is there anything else in the CDL anybody wants to talk about or anything to bring
no,
up?
not really.
We'll move on to the $30,000 Halo 5 Sentinels send-off tournament.
That's a good one.
I watched a little bit on Saturday, realized these aren't the teams that I was trying to watch, and then just didn't get to watch on Sunday. But I did kind of follow along on Twitter and stuff. Cloud9 won. They won 12 grand. That's not bad for an online tournament, honestly.
It was
I
the
mean, it's-
biggest online tournament, the biggest prize pool for an online tournament in Halo 5 ever.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, the Pro Series didn't even have that much.
Yeah.
I was listening to Snakebite stream on Monday, I believe it was, either Monday or Tuesday, and he's talking about it, and he was
After the tournament,
basically
or-
just like, "What's up?"
Was it after the tournament? Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
Yeah, it was afterwards, and he was basically just like, "Yeah, I mean, we did better than we thought we would." TJ played like
Well, yeah, especially
TJ played like 3
Lethal
days.
Played, yeah, Lethal played it for the first time in like what do you say, 2.5 years?
So he was actually like Sentinels made him play. He
Yeah,
didn't want
I
to.
knew that's why he did.
Sentinels made him play because it's their tournament.
Yeah,
and
because
I don't
APG
know.
is a part of Envy, and he didn't
Yeah.
want to play, which is why Spartan was on the.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Trippy said in one of his streams, he said APG doesn't want to play Halo 5, so we got Spartan.
That's great.
But that's why I
Yeah.
knew. I was like, Sentinels told
Yeah.
TJ like you have to play because it's our event.
So
So
even the
it wouldn't
pros
look
are
good.
starting to shut that game out.
PJ said he played like 3 times, and then in between matches of the tournament, Frosty was in game showing him how to thrust slide and pick up the flag.
Yeah, I don't know
Like,
if you guys watched
basic
Frosty's
mechanics.
stream, but yeah, they were doing the 2v2 warm up, and on Frosty's stream, PJ was literally having TJ do drills, and then TJ's obviously just trolling like the whole time, like just tossing the flag in the air and catching it, and, like doing nothing. Then he's just like, "You want me to thrust slide or what is it? Sprint, thrust, slide?" And then TJ he throws a flag, starts running. I think he thrusts, keeps running, and then he slides. and he tells PJ something like, "Dude, you told me to do them. You didn't say what order." He's like, "I did them." It's like I
That's
did all 3 of those
ridiculous.
things, just not in the right order.
That's
That
funny.
tournament was awesome. Actually, I got to work behind the scenes on it, and
Really.
the player interviews were really really cool. Hearing everybody's perspectives. Obviously, Lethal went into it with like the mindset of he has been sent off for 2 years. I also made a YouTube video for him like last year at some point, like maybe last March or something, and it was him trying to play Halo 5 for the first time since 2018, and he plugged it all. He got his setup, removed the monitor, he put in a new monitor, and his game was literally broken. Like for some reason, he was just teleporting. The game was laggy for no reason because his internet was good. He was like streaming up until that point. He was playing something else, like Apex or something, and he tried playing that, and instantly it just didn't work. And he had like a mental breakdown, completely shut down, didn't play it. And so when I heard that he had to play for this tournament, I was like, dude, this is about to be so funny. And it was really, really good content. It was hilarious.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he didn't actually. He really didn't even do that bad.
No, he did
Like
good.
if he was in like his proper form, they
Yeah.
they would have done much better.
Yeah, he did better than I think anyone expected him to.
Yeah, like he was. There's a few matches where he was, top slays.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
think
you know why? Because he is so good at Halo.
yeah. Frosty called him the GOAT. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't see that, but I
He
mean,
called him his own personal GOAT. In his
that's funny.
in
Like a
the
goat.
yeah, we
Also,
said it in
I brought up I mentioned a thing on Twitter. So, I'm pretty sure we all agree that Frosty's the best at Halo 5. But could you make an argument now that Renegade is the best? Because he won the 1v1, the Kellogg's 1v1. He dominates the 2v2s, the Tuesday 2v2s, and he just won again. He's won a world championship previously, but he just won again a 4v4.
At this moment, yes, he's the best player in Halo 5.
Right. That's what I mean. Like right now, not
right now,
overall.
yes. But I mean, I see what you're saying, but also
Like
I don't know.
he wins he wins every format.
He does.
I think I could give him.
Granted, they're online, but like
Yeah,
we're
I
given
think-
what cards we dealt.
I don't know. It's hard to
It's-
say, right? Because if you guys watched any of the Sentinels matches on Sunday, it was just a Frosty highlight reel. Like this
of
guy
course.
was like 1v4ing.
Oh no! Like if you
1v2.
ask me, I'm gonna say Frosty, but
Yeah.
you could. I think you could make the argument that
Yeah, you could
right
definitely
now,
make
Renegade,
the argument that Renegade is the best player right now.
Right
Or that
now,
ended
yes.
At the
Yeah.
end of Halo 5, sure. Maybe, yeah. Sure, why not?
It'd be like if half the starting quarterbacks in the NFL got hurt, and then like Kirk Cousins won a Super Bowl. Like,
yeah,
Hey,
but
it's-
they're not hurt. They're not
Easy.
hurt. They're
but they
still
haven't
playing.
been playing.
Frosty's been playing. Frosty
Frosty's
was in
been
those
playing,
tournaments.
yes.
Sayan's been playing. He was in those tournaments.
But he hasn't. But they haven't. Saiyan might have been playing this whole time, but Frosty hasn't been playing this whole time. Frosty just
Frosty's
came back
but he's been playing. He's been playing for a while though.
the last several months, yes. But
'Cause
did
he was in
Renegade do
2v2s.
anything between the last?
He's been
Halo-
playing Apex. He
Has
actually
been
just wanted to. He wanted to
competing?
compete in the.
Yeah, he did the Money Tuesdays too. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
dominating those.
I
He's
feel like
literally,
it's. I don't
for
know.
camp.
I feel like it's still different, in my opinion. I know what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying now. Not
Yeah. At
like I
this
said,
moment,
I'm pretty sure
yeah,
we all
he's
agree
probably
that
the
Frosty is.
Probably the best
But-
overall.
I just
Halo
thought- I
5.
just thought
Overall,
about it
Halo
and I was
5.
like-
He's right there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
They
I
already
think
gave
that'd be
out the
interesting to hear
Halo
people's
5
takes.
MVP award at Atlanta, and I watched Frosty pick it up, so
Yeah.
I think that's an over for me. Was Flyers? Did they come from the Saturday tournament?
Yeah,
Okay,
they
that's what
got
I
knocked.
thought.
They got knocked down into losers on round 2 on Saturday
Jeez.
and fought all the way back, and
Oh, that
then
must have
they got
sucked
into
to
the
be one of those losers.
Wasn't it a
teams.
3-2 or something?
which
Or the
one?
or the final?
Yeah,
Or
I
was
think
the
it
final
3-0.
close?
No,
I
the
think it was
final they
3-0.
got swept.
Oh,
They got
okay.
swept by Cloud9.
3-0.
But they got knocked down in the losers early on the open side, and then they won. And then championship bracket comes, they get knocked down the losers in round 1,
Yeah.
and then they make
That's
it. They fight all the way back again to the grand final.
And the reason it was even more impressive to me was that Ryan Noob wasn't even a part of that squad. he got picked up for this tournament only because I think, what was it, Skeptify or whatever, couldn't make
Yeah,
it.
he couldn't make
So
it.
they picked up Ryan Noob, and then this guy was also playing Halo 3 like Lethal, so it ended up dominating.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they did. The fact that they got second is pretty impressive because I think everybody had, like, if you didn't have Cloud9 winning, maybe you had Envy winning, but like the fact that Envy got third and they got second was pretty cool.
I think
And it's funny
Cloud9
too because
winning.
Pistola wasn't playing, right? Pistola wasn't also
So
playing.
he just
Halo
started. He
3?
just recently started playing.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
I love that.
I feel like Cloud9 winning is like the least surprising thing.
Yeah, for sure, it's the least surprising to everybody,
Yeah.
but they met expectations.
I don't know. That's. I wish I would have watched it, honestly.
It was a good tournament. It was
It
good.
It was fun. Yeah.
Is it-
The
isn't
Sunday,
the
Sunday
Envy one coming
specifically
up?
was really cool.
Isn't there an Envy one coming up?
No, it
that
happened.
Right?
Oh.
It was a
It was a
2v2 tournament
2v2.
though.
Oh yeah. Okay. I got you. I don't know what
It
I
was like the
thinking.
weekend before that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Renegade
the 2v.
won it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even watch that. I don't know. That must have been when we were doing life.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's the Halo 5
Infinite.
send off. So now we can talk about Halo Infinite. Finally.
Woo!
We are, what's today, the 9th, so we're 4 days away from the Xbox showcase.
Sunday, right?
That's Sunday. I'm not sure what time it is, but I'll
1
find
p.m.
it.
Eastern.
There
I'll
we
be
go.
watching it in the car while my girlfriend stays quiet.
I feel bad for you.
So
What is this? Turn it off.
You're
Change
not even
it.
going to be able to do a thing, a live thing.
We should be hopefully back by then. I hope.
Hmm.
I don't know. If
Well,
not, then I will be.
Lewis,
It won't be
watching
the
in the
first
car.
thing they show, though, right?
I've got
E3?
Discord on my phone. I can watch it while in the car.
you'd
I don't
hope
think
it
it's-
wouldn't be.
What'd
No,
you
I
say?
don't know.
It's not going to be the first thing they show, right? I remember.
Who knows? That's what I
last-
was. Yeah, I was just listening to a podcast and talking with the guys, and they were saying the same thing. Do you open with it or do you close
Nah.
with it?
Dude, they're gonna milk it for like
Yeah.
They opened with it last
You
time.
absolutely
quarter.
teased the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Well, because
Third quarter they're bringing it out.
these are the things I mentioned. There's what 23 Xbox studios.
Yeah.
And they also have Bethesda. Now Bethesda used to have their own showcase, but now it's the same. It's going to be a part of
Oh.
Xbox.
So this thing's gonna be like 3
True.
hours long.
No, it's 90. It's 90 minutes long.
Okay.
Both. So the whole thing, Bethesda and Xbox, is going to be 90 minutes. So you got to think, how much Halo Infinite are they going to show when they have all these other games to show?
10 seconds. That's it. That's all you
Okay,
get.
so
I was
but
thinking
if
maybe
you
like
think about
10
it,
minutes.
Yeah.
if you
that's
think about
kinda
it,
what I thought.
E3 normally, like the last I think the last one I watched that was really big, they just showed a bunch of indie games. I remember because we were like, I was in a Discord chat and we're literally just like memeing about the fact that they're all just indie games that no one cares about,
Yeah,
and it was
the
literally like an
ID,
hour of
Xbox.
just indie games. You
Yeah.
can summarize indie games up in like 30 minutes.
Mm.
Give them 20, you know, like
But now
nobody.
they've
People
had their
care,
studios
but
for a while, so
Yeah.
you figure they're going to show more of what they've been working on because
Yeah.
it's not too
Yeah.
much. So my whole thing is, how much Halo Infinite do you put into? You figure if they give Bethesda a half hour, they give Xbox an hour. So now you have Xbox has the 60 minutes to show all their stuff. How much Halo Infinite? I think maybe 10, 15
I'd say
minutes.
10, 15.
that's
Yeah.
not
I think
necessarily
it'll get
about
the
like
biggest portion of time for sure.
the thing though is like I don't think with Halo Infinite, well, with anything, I don't think the time necessarily matters. I think it's more about like the content that's shown.
Yes.
Because imagine
Right,
they
but
give
like
you
when-
an hour of just like campaign, you're gonna
Right,
rip your hair
that's the
out.
thing though.
But if they
When
give
you're-
that
you
was
30
Halo 3,
minutes,
it'd be done.
when
yeah.
you're thinking about what are they gonna like, because now you speculate, all right, are we gonna see multiplayer? I don't think
Yeah.
we're gonna. I think we're gonna see multiplayer footage, like a trailer type of stuff, but I don't think we're gonna
Mhm.
see people playing multiplayer.
So that's something.
Ooh, wait, do we want to make predictions on what we think it's gonna be for like just the Halo portion, like the Infinite portion?
Like how
They're
long
not
it's gonna
show
be?
multiplayer at all.
No, like what do you think? Okay, let's assume they give it 30 minutes. Maddie, what do you think are gonna be shown? Is gonna be shown in the 30 minutes?
I think we're gonna see campaign.
Okay.
They're gonna show off that there's co-op involved. I think there's gonna be online co-op, and they're gonna show that.
Right.
And then I think we're gonna see a little bit into the customization, which
True.
then will tie into like a multiplayer like
Yeah.
footage trailer. I don't think they're gonna go. But see, now someone else made a good point. The multiplayer, since it's free to play now, and that's huge. So he made a good point. He's like, they're going to capitalize on how it's free to play, so they're going to show it.
They have to.
And I was like, that's a good point. So now I really have no idea.
I think it's going to be primarily multiplayer, and I bet they show people playing it live.
But like,
I bet you
show
at the
people
end of the
playing
show,
capture the flag, like, or
are
they gonna show like
they say?
I think it's gonna be a little bit of both. I think it's gonna be the first half. I think is gonna be campaign, and then moving into like the performance of the game or whatever, and then yeah, some of the like extra cool things that are like what is it? What is it called? Oh my gosh, quality of life. They're gonna show a lot of the quality of life potential of the game, and then I think they're gonna move into multiplayer by showing not only like some gameplay, but like also like it's like a long trailer, right? Where they show you pre-recorded gameplay of somebody playing a little bit, and then also like those third person perspective camera
Of
angles
like
of like
18 people
warhogs.
fighting top
Yeah,
mid.
like warhogs, banshees, like all the all that, and like literally showing somebody running a flag or something, and then they're gonna go into like details of like maybe game modes or yeah, because it is free to play, so they have to drop something big. And then I think the biggest thing too is that, and this is something that I had heard last summer that they were going to do before they announced that it was going to get delayed, is a beta. And we
right.
obviously
That's
didn't
what
get
everyone's
one
expecting.
because it got delayed. However, do they drop the beta at the very end, or what do you guys think about that? Or is there going to be a beta at all?
I still think we're only gonna get bits and pieces of stuff, and then they're gonna say tune into Halo stream to get a deeper look at multiplayer.
Fair.
Because like I said, think about everything you mentioned, and now that's why I keep saying think
time.
about how much time you have to show all that.
Yeah, so true.
I think
So I think we'll get like teases, and then they're gonna say they're gonna have like a separate stream on a later date and time to go deeper into it.
I think with as important as it is for them to capitalize on absolutely everything they can, I would be surprised if they don't say at the end of it, beta available starting tonight. I know that maybe that's like a little rushed, but I think they're going to show live multiplayer gameplay from people playing at that moment, and I think that they're going to have a beta as soon as it's over.
Well,
you think they're going to show live footage?
I think they're going to show people playing the beta. Yes.
I think we're past that. That's like 3 years ago, E3. Now it's all about just showing as much content as possible.
But like you see how much or like how important like the multiplayer stuff is. Like that's all everyone's talked about is multiplayer, and then a BR.
No, but
obviously,
but that's where you're wrong. That's all we talk about.
That's
the
fair.
campaign and lore is much bigger than competitive and multiplayer.
This is true.
It's much bigger, and that's what a lot of people forget. It's like we are surrounded by the esports and multiplayer side of it because that's what we like the most. But the lore side and the campaign is way bigger.
Yeah, we're like the 1%.
Yeah,
this is true.
They don't care about us.
But I also feel like the multiplayer being good and or a BR is what's going to keep people coming back and playing it, especially big name people. I don't think Courage is going to play the campaign for 2 months.
But that's another thing. That's another thing I brought up though. This campaign is going to be ever evolving for they say the next 10 years.
Really?
So they you're going to have like it's going to be like Destiny. You're going to have your campaign people. Yeah.
That's the thing though. I think you guys are both, how do I say this, right? Obviously Maddie, your claim is correct. They did say that. I think the campaign has the potential to bring in people that are very campaign focused. Dude, okay, wait. I'll use this as an example, and it's not even that great. I was streaming one time, and I literally was streaming me and my friends playing through the Halo 5 campaign. Some dude, literally like a group of like 3 guys jump in and start talking in my chat saying like holy crap, finally somebody shows campaign. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, no one cares. I was like, this is even good. I was like, I'm just streaming it because I'm bored. Like, I want somebody to talk to. And then I was just like, what the heck? But you're completely right, Maddie. I think the campaign has the potential because everybody likes a game that you can play with a good story, right? So like think about like Spider-Man, like the Miles Morales game or the one right before that. Those games blew up, and I think all you can do in those are first person go, like
there's no multiplayer in Spider-Man.
Yeah, so those games are still really big, and Halo hasn't had a really good single player game in a long time. So if this story is good enough, I think it'll bring a lot of the Halo people, back, or even some people that were just PlayStation because of the single player games, and how popular those were with all the Naughty Dog games. And you have like the God of Wars, like those games are incredible. Like the last game I played was like Uncharted 4 single player, and it was insanely good. It was so good, and I had so
And
much
just
fun.
think like if there's online co-op where you can like meet up, like join up with a dude to go do a mission, like that's gonna be it's almost like multiplayer. It's
Oh,
like
you mean
doing
like
like
searching, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
not even searching, like you're playing and you're
Like
doing
open
you need
world
help
campaign kind of thing.
with this mission in your campaign, whatever. So we all just join in on you
I see.
and help you go get through it. It's almost like
Yeah.
multiplayer, but it's like
Right.
multiplayer campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
agree
but
with
at the
what you're
same
saying.
point, yeah, at the
Mhm.
same point, like I said, like the multiplayer being free to play is going to be huge, and that's going to
Yeah.
be the moneymaker.
Yeah.
And esports is a huge thing now, which I think E3 is the wrong place to showcase esports. I hope they don't. But that's
Never know.
another thing they could do, which
Mhm.
like I said, I hope they don't, because it's E3 is not the place for esports.
I agree with you about that, and especially what you just said about multiplayer is what's going to make them their money because it is free to play, so you know they're going to have just microtransactions everywhere.
Yeah.
Skins and weapon skins, everything.
We had the battle pass, the rocket pass.
And
Now you got the
that's
Halo pass.
Yeah.
that's
They've been showing so much like customization stuff, and it's been
they have.
beautiful artwork. It's insane. I love it.
But I think that's why the campaign's not going to be as important. I know they said it's like a 10-year thing, but I mean, you compared it kind of to Destiny, but like how many big name streamers play Destiny? I mean,
But there's still this, but it's not even, you're going just off of streamers.
but I
No,
feel like
and
that's what brings in people to your game is the people
That
that
it's going to bring
stream
in
it.
people to multiplayer.
yeah, I think. Well, I think I think you're both right. I think there's a lot of people that, like I said, like single player games that could maybe they played the old Halos, like the original trilogy. And this game has a good campaign. Like I remember playing Halo
But
3 on
not this campaign
Legendary
is.
often.
But this campaign is completely going to be completely different than any other campaign, because it's
Yeah.
going to be an open world thing.
hmm
So
And people love those
you
types of
can
games.
just keep
I love
going.
that.
It's not going to have like
Yeah.
it has how you have your story missions, but there's going to be all these side things to do.
Yeah.
So is it going to be
According
like
to them.
Halo Skyrim but with co-op? Because
It's
Yeah,
it's
gonna
an
be
open world. It's an open world
yeah,
Halo game. So
yeah.
Is it
just,
gonna
Like a small
take the
size
grinding like Destiny does?
RPG.
Like, is
we
there
don't
gonna be
know.
you have to do
I
it
don't
over
know.
and over and over? That's a prediction.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, the same things over and over and over again, the same
I
mission
sure
over
hope
and over and
not.
over again.
Did you
Yeah,
guys ever
I
play?
think we're gonna get a deeper dive into multiplayer in a
Yeah.
separate either Xbox stream or Halo stream.
Okay. I'm gonna say something that might get some people mad, but did you guys ever play the Halo 4 Spartan Ops?
Yes, I loved it.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, when back then.
It was great.
Right. Okay. And those, I don't know if you guys remember, but I remember I'd play them with just one friend specifically, and dude, we were hype all the time. I didn't even play that game, but I played the Spartan Ops just because they were like what was it, like a monthly thing or weekly thing, and they just dropped, and it
Yeah, I
came with
think
like
it
a little bit of a
was.
cutscene, and you'd like play through a
I
mission.
play
That
Halo
was super
MCC
dope.
now, and whenever I do firefight, I find people like that. There's people that love
Yeah.
just firefight mode. Like
Yeah.
it's so much bigger than the
Mhm.
competitive side,
Yeah.
and I think a
It's
lot of people
very
lose
big.
sight of that.
Yeah.
And
And
I
Ice, I think you
don't
gotta
blame them. I have to
yeah.
constantly remind myself for it, but
Yeah, I think you got to look at look at Halo's campaign in a small scale, like World of Warcraft slash like Destiny slash like Final Fantasy. Like those games are huge. Like at least two of them. Destiny is like ups and downs, but people still wait for their expansion packs all the time. Um, but I think if Halo can do something like that, and even if they do it right, I think that'll be super. Not necessarily profitable, but yeah, profitable and popular. And but multiplayer will also bring all those little kids that saw Master Chief in Fortnite. They'll try the game out.
but
Oh,
don't
it's that
forget
guy from
the
Fortnite.
campaign isn't free, so that's also
Yeah.
going to be making them money.
Yeah.
I had a few things I saw. I can't remember what article it was or who put out the article. It was just rumors that some random person had put out that's had a few rumors in the past that were legit. But again, that's all rumors. You never know. It said multiplayer focus at the showcase, possible beta following the show, and one rumor from that same guy says the game will launch in September.
mean,
Again, it's all rumors. Who knows?
That's what I was gonna
beta,
say
I
earlier.
I don't know if I see them giving like a date for the beta, but I could see them saying a beta is coming. Go to Halo Waypoint and sign up for the Insider
Do
program.
we get a release date for the game?
Yes, I think if
think
they
they
don't
have
have
to.
a release date by
I think
now,
we do.
I
if
think
we-
they
if
have
we-
to. I just got
if they
so hyped.
if they don't do it now, it's gonna set off huge red flags.
Yeah.
That you delayed it a year, it's almost been a year, and you still don't have a release date.
Yeah.
I think
I was
it's
gonna
not
say
gonna
earlier
look-
when you said something about the beta being right after E3, if they do that, or if they're going to release in September, they're going to have to put the beta soon to find all the little bugs and whatnot that they're going to have to fix. So
Yeah.
if
Hey,
it is
even-
in September, I think you're right.
Yeah. Even then, the beta is like again, and it's a beta version of the actual game, so it's not
Yeah.
like. Yeah,
Well,
it
and-
will
and
have
they
its bugs, and they'll know most of them. But it
new
will be good to get
Slipspace
feedback
engine.
right away.
Yeah, and they keep saying the new Slipspace engine, they're gonna be able to make changes on the fly, unlike Halo 5. So
Dude,
That's so crazy.
yeah, I was gonna say Halo 5 needed that.
Yeah.
So-
But the only
bad.
thing I have for the September thing is that what's her name? Not Kiki Wolfkill. Bonnie. Her name's Bonnie. She
Ross?
works for 3-4. Yeah,
I think.
I think
and she after the last trailers came out, she said something about like, wouldn't it be something along the lines of, oh look, Halo's 20th anniversary is coming up. Like she
That's
pretty
what,
much
like,
was
November?
yeah, she was hinting at like pretty much like releasing it the same time when it was originally released, 2003, whenever it
Yeah.
was.
2001.
it's crazy. Wait, hold on. I don't know. Okay, well, it's rumored that DreamHack is going to take place the weekend of November 12th. And it's rumored that the first Halo Land might be that weekend.
I
So
don't
it'd be-
believe that though.
But I don't. That's what I'm saying. Rumored.
I kind of agree.
So
Yeah.
all speculation. But it'd be wild if that's the same weekend the game comes out. Like I guess if pros got like an early copy or something, but I don't see it yet.
Here's the reason why I don't think it's going to be DreamHack, because Tashi or Adam Apicella tweeted that the first event was booked and it's going to be run by Esports Engine. So if
Yeah.
it's DreamHack, that's not
So-
Esports Engine.
So then that leads me to my other thing. The first event is also rumored to be in Raleigh,
I mean, that'd be dope. That's easy for me.
What? That'd be
North
sweet.
Carolina. Yeah, which would
Pack
be a
your
lot
stuff,
better.
Bash.
Wait, oh, he said
However, I
pack
don't know
stuff.
when that event would take place. If they are planning on dropping the game, like she said, 20 years later, because Halo 1 came out on November 15th, 2001. So because the 15th is like a Monday. So, and I know that because it's my birthday. Shout out.
I mean, it
those
just
are
makes
like-
sense because you figure the games that released at that time, that's the big holiday release.
Yeah.
So September is, I think, kind of a weird time to release the game,
Yeah.
as far as like when you think about the seasons that they
Yeah.
release games.
Especially like a
That's it.
blockbuster of games, if you think about it.
Mhm.
Like how you'd see like a blockbuster movie.
I wouldn't be mad if it's September. I'd be very happy, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
I
just-
think maybe.
I
what
think
if
it would
the-
be a big idea to release it in September just to like, well, A, to get it here quicker, but also it would like put the game in itself out instead of like releasing it with a bunch of other titles.
Call of Duty
Yeah.
and
yeah.
Yeah,
Xbox.
it would just give Halo a chance to be the biggest name, which it normally is, but it'd be the biggest game that gets released at that point
Yeah.
above
Well,
anything
isn't
else.
Call of Duty is getting delayed anyway, isn't it?
Probably.
I don't know.
There was just
That's a
rumors,
rumor.
right?
It wasn't true. It
That's just,
wasn't
like,
official.
rumored. Yeah.
There's rumors about it being
Lot of
on the Modern
rumors.
Warfare engine, and it's gonna be
Makes
Pacific.
sense.
Pacific
Wasn't it
themed,
like
which is
Vanguard or
fun.
something like that?
Yeah. With the Halo Infinite stuff, I had
Oh, hey, right there it says Vanguard.
craziest just thing in my head. What if they have the final thing for their Halo or for the Xbox showcase is like their like Halo trailer, their Infinite trailer, and it shows all this
Halo.
gameplay or whatever their whatever you called it, their third person everything, and then it shows the release date and the screen goes black, and then it just cuts to like a dude getting ready to climb in his dropship, because I'm never gonna give up on the idea of a
The
battle
BR.
royale.
Ultimate mic drop if they do it.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I would lose
That-
my mind.
But
You
I
know what's
still
crazy?
think if they're gonna do a battle royale, it's gonna come at a later time.
Yeah,
I
I think it'd
agree
be the
with you.
biggest.
I hope
alley-oop.
it's there, but it's not.
Yeah, I think it'd be the biggest alley oop for themselves if they did something like that. Even if at launch of the game or before the launch of the game they say like, "Hey, like Battle Royale is coming," and it's gonna follow in the next few months after the release, I think that'd still be huge.
What if they
I hope they
release in
don't.
September?
If it's
Battle
not going to
Royale in
release with,
November?
if it doesn't release with the game, I don't want them to even mention it. I want them to just Beyonce it, and
Well-
it comes, and they put out a thing on Twitter, and they go, "Hey, available now," and everyone just loses their mind.
Did you say
No, I don't
Beyonce
think that
it?
would work though,
That's
because
what she
I
did,
don't,
right? When she did their album, she just
yeah.
I don't think
released it.
that would work, Maddie. Just because, like, why would they? I feel like they know that they'd be shooting themselves in the foot by not even saying anything, because then people are
Apex did it.
assuming what?
Apex
I
did
mean,
it.
but Apex isn't Halo. Apex didn't have a precedent to.
It was a
Yeah.
big deal.
There was no anticipation.
It was a
there
big
was
deal
no
because it
sequel.
was Respawn.
No, there was no sequel. There was no anticipation for Apex. They just dropped. But I'm
Right,
saying,
but
like,
when
with
they-
It's a
Halo,
separate
people-
game. It's not part
when they-
of.
no, and that's not.
When
That's what I'm trying
Apex
to say.
leaked the day before, everyone got excited because they saw that Respawn was making a Titanfall battle royale.
Okay, you're right, but what I'm saying is, right, as of now, people are like saying like, "Oh, BR needs to come with Halo." If they release the game, they don't mention BR, a lot of people are instantly going to be disappointed. It's going to be fake disappointment. They don't really care if it drops later, they'll play it. But they're going to be verbally disappointed on
Initially,
Twitter,
they
on
will not
whatever
get the game.
forums. But
But-
that's what I'm saying. I don't think they would do that if they're going to drop it 6 months later. I think they would say something prior to let people know, like, hey, chill, it's coming. Just like, not right now, not right away, and everybody would be like, "Oh, that's chill,
No,
whatever.
because
Just let me know when it drops."
See, I agree, but I also
That's what Modern
disagree
Warfare
because
did.
all the people are saying, well, if they're going to do a BR, it has to come out day and date, or else it's a bad game. It's already a flop.
No, because Modern Warfare did that, and they have Warzone.
No, I know.
which is
I
arguably
agree
the
with you
number
that
one
no,
BR.
it's not a flop, but people are saying that it needs. Look at Nick Jack and them say if it doesn't release with the game, that's already a bad decision.
If they actually said that, then they're also hypocrites because Modern Warfare didn't release with the game.
Then that's what
Warzone.
that's what everybody says. That's
Yeah.
everybody's response to
Yeah.
them on Twitter.
It's just
But they
silly.
still
That's what I'm
say-
saying about like the fake disappointment. They're gonna be fake mad for the first like few weeks, and then the BR is
They're
gonna come out, and they're gonna
gonna-
grind it and
343s,
make
they're
millions off
heat
it.
no matter what. They're gonna get heat once people start seeing sprint on the screen, even though we already know it's in the game. They're gonna get heat all over again for it. Because there's people who aren't gonna like the game just because it's not Halo 3.
Well, that's just like the rule of everything, though. Like,
Here's
three
my
people are gonna
argument with
love
that
it.
is like you're telling me Master Chief is like the biggest best Spartan of all time and he can't sprint. Like,
Well, yeah.
Can't even run.
But my
Can't even
He
I
can't
think
swim.
I think you leave it to the element of surprise if you're not gonna release it with the game. And then
I think
or
we
you
go.
even come
I'm
out
just saying,
later
I don't know.
and you show it, you drop a trailer and say it's
Yeah.
coming later.
Yeah,
But-
I think for PR purposes, I don't know if they'd want that much more heat on them, just because there's been it's been a
They
lot of
don't
heat
get-
around 343.
Their
There's
past
people out
history,
there
they
that are
don't
gonna
do
give them
too well
heat
with PR.
regardless.
So
True. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh
Uh,
man, it is scary though. Thinking about it in general, thinking about Infinite in general, man, I'm just like, ooh, I just,
I'm ready, man.
and don't get me wrong, I hope
go
it's
on.
there.
Yeah.
I want a Halo Battle Royale. I
Me
hope
too.
it's there. But
I just
Just
want
want
content.
Halo.
Yeah, I just want Halo.
Just want
Like,
Halo,
I just
man.
want the more they can give me into Halo, man, I'll take it.
I'm
They
gonna
wanna
be
do, like,
happy with no matter what I see.
Yeah, I think if they do
So-
like in-game
And
chess
then
matches,
that's
probably
the opposite of what a lot of people are. Is they're going to be pissed off no matter what they
Yeah,
see.
people
They're
find
gonna
any
find a reason to be
reasons to
mad at the
stuff.
game.
Those are
love the
people that
BR.
are.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those people are.
Crazy.
There's no pleasing those people. So unless you release Halo 3 again, there's gonna be no pleasing those people.
And that's
True.
like 27
Halo
people
3
who'll be
Battle
super
Royale.
happy, including Lethal. Let's see. We talked about the Vanguard a little bit, Call of Duty rumors. Did anyone watch the Battlefield trailer that came out today?
No,
I saw the
find a
clip
jet.
of the jet plane.
They literally took like the clips. Everyone tries to get those clips and put it into
One
the
guy
trailer
did.
of their game.
Yeah, one guy did that in the game, and that's where they got it from.
That's literally
Oh, cool.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's dope.
that's what everyone was like freaking out about, was because there's a clip that went viral where the dude was in the jet, ejected out, shot the jet that was chasing with a rocket launcher.
Now he did that in this game, or like
in Battlefield, was it 4?
Yeah. No,
was the last one?
I was saying people try to do that all the time. There's always a random clip on Reddit that pops up of that. It's just so funny they put that into the trailer.
Yeah, that's why everyone was like, "Holy shit!" They
Yeah.
put that in the game. They actually did it.
No, I thought that was awesome.
So.
It's gonna be called Battlefield 2042. I don't know. It looks really good.
The thing with
Wings doing
Battlefield
that.
is I think they always look good, and I always get hyped with the trailer, and then I play it and realize I don't like Battlefield. Like,
I
I don't like Battlefield.
I enjoyed
just not my
Battlefield
type of
3,
game.
4, and Hardline, and other than that, I feel like they ain't been great. But
I feel like I played quite a bit of like, was it just Battlefield 1 or Battlefield? It was like World War
Battlefield
1
1,
themed.
yeah,
Yeah,
we played a
I
decent
play.
amount, but
I feel like we played a lot of that, but it just like at some point it just fell off for us.
Yeah.
Like we stopped altogether.
I'm excited for it. But Halo, so who cares?
Yeah.
Bad Company 2 was awesome. It was such a
Yeah,
good game.
that's
And
what
then
they
I
need to do.
played
They
the
need to
third
do
one.
Bad Company.
Yeah. Played the third one too, and that one was good. I played the fifth. I think I own the fifth one, Battlefield 5.
I
don't
think there's
remember.
what 19 Battlefield 1942 or 1943. That was fun,
I think it's
but that wasn't like a big release.
Yeah. It was
The
a
big
game.
releases, like I said, they always look great and they look fun when I'm watching it, and then I play it and I just don't have fun.
I'm always excited to see what
It-
buildings you can destroy next.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
Battlefield.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'll definitely give it a shot, but honestly, just really looking forward to Halo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Isn't it some like ridiculous price too? Like if you want to pre-order it or play it early, it's like $120 or something.
I think Battlefield games have always
What?
been like that. I feel like I
Yeah.
remember.
You could
So,
always
like,
get
it's-
them early,
It's a
They have the
$60
different tiers
game,
of
but if you
game.
want to play it
Yeah.
early, you have to pay extra or something.
but you also probably get like a bunch of in-game customization stuff. Like,
Yeah,
Pay to win.
Yeah,
Maybe, let's
whatever.
go.
but no, I do remember them doing that for previous games.
It's an EA game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
You can do
Oh, they're charging me $1,000 just to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you
that
can do
makes
the same
sense.
thing with like Madden and probably all the NHL everything. Is there anything else somebody wants to talk about, or we're at the end of our list?
Anything anybody else wants to see? I know Darren, we were talking earlier about Fable. Hope they
Yeah,
show more Fable.
I think that's going to be pushed to 2021 at least.
Who
if
puts
not
Fable
more.
out? What
Did they
studios?
announce the game?
It's going to be Playground this time. Used to be Lionhead.
But they
But-
closed.
They
Yeah,
announced that
Lion-
they're making another game though.
Yeah, they put a
Oh.
teaser out at the end of 2020,
Oh, for
which
sure.
was a pretty funny one, just for
Now
what it was.
here's a question: do we, since Xbox and Nintendo are going to be at this E3, are we going to, and Infinite's finally coming out, are we going to see Master Chief and Smash Brothers?
I hope so.
That would
Oh,
be amazing.
It'd be,
Alright,
it'd be,
I'm gonna
it'd
go
be
buy
crazy
Smash
for them
Brothers.
not to, right? Like,
The game's finally coming out. They were in Fortnite. You know, Xbox and Nintendo have a great relationship. They have other characters in each other's games.
Everyone's
Yeah.
screwed if Master Chief is in Smash Bros.
It's due.
I mean,
Everybody
they had
wants it.
Solid Snake and stuff in there. Like,
Yeah.
they already have like a.
They have Banjo and Kazoo, Banjo's in there.
They have freaking.
I was gonna ask,
Duck Hunt,
what
like,
can? I guess like they have some characters with guns, don't they?
Samus,
Wait.
Solid Snake.
Oh my god! Wait,
Fuck.
okay. Really
He
quick,
could
I have a
fit
question.
in- He'll fit in.
I have a question really quick.
Okay.
You know how in Smash when you hold the trigger, your shield comes up?
Yes.
Okay, what if
Bubble
do
shield.
we think Master Chief
The bubble
will
shield.
drop a bubble shield, or will he go into armor lock from Halo
Yeah,
Reach?
better not be armor.
Armor lock would be. Yeah, as much as I hate armor lock, that'd be dope.
It'd be
to see.
cool.
It'd be sick,
Yeah.
right?
But oh, everyone would be so mad.
The only
What
thing
if-
with the armor lock, you wouldn't be able to tell when it's about to break. You know, like the bubble
Dude,
shield
Oh
gets
my
smaller.
God. I just
They
had
figure
so
out
many
some
cool
sort of way.
visuals for that.
That's actually
imagine his
amazing.
down. I don't know if you guys play Smash a lot, but like imagine Master Chief's down A, like or air down A is like he just pokes you with an energy sword, like he just busts it out like down. You know what I mean? Just for, like that second, just that'd be great.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it'd be perfect. It'd be so good for.
That's actually
Smash.
amazing.
I think
so many-
what's the Hungry Box? He did a thing on Twitter a while ago, like who should be in it next, and everyone voted for Master Chief. Everyone was like, "It's his time."
Dude.
Okay, so then are they gonna make another Mario Kart and I can drive in a Warthog
Yeah, there's a new Mario Kart coming out this
or a
this
Mongoose?
winter, December 2021. I'm pretty sure.
I'll play it. If I
Well,
can
but
be
see, in
Master
Mario
Chief.
Kart they don't cross over characters. In Smash, it's a crossover.
Oh, that's
you got,
true.
You got
They threw
Sonic,
Link in
you have
Mario Kart
Ryu.
stuff, but they don't do other non-Nintendos.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Up
You
until
could drive
like,
a Warthog in Forza.
I
I
can't.
know.
Horizon.
I got
Was
my
it
Tox
Deluxe when they
Warthog that I
introduced
made.
like Link and stuff, or was it the one before that where they put like Link and stuff? Because before it was only Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah,
characters.
I know the one right now has Link in it because I just played it this weekend.
Yeah,
Mario
which
Party,
is like
or wait,
Mario
Party.
Kart 8 Deluxe or something like that.
Yeah,
And
But so
Mario
do you
Party
you
12.
think we'll see him in Smash? We'll get
I
an
hope so.
announcement.
I hope
I
so.
really hope
That'd
so.
be sweet.
I mean, it would only make the Infinite hype even or like just a Halo hype for the end of the year even bigger. I think.
Right. That's why I feel like now is the time if he's gonna be
Yeah.
in there.
Dude,
I'm
that's
just thinking
actually
of all the
amazing.
moves. What was it? What is the Ultimate Smash or whatever? What do you think that would be for Master Chief?
That's
That's
interesting.
that's interesting to think about.
Scorpion
Maybe just
tank. No,
something
they
with
can't do
like
that 'cause
shooting a
Fox already has
spanker
the
rocket
tank.
or something.
Oh yeah,
What?
A rocket. Rocket
A
launcher.
rocket.
Incineration cannon.
What was that little gun from Halo Reach the campaign? It's like a zone like drops like a Gibraltar ultimate
the
like out of the sky.
target
Just
designator.
Yeah.
that'd be cool. They brought something like that in. It could be
That's-
anything.
But
Like
yeah,
you could
his
be on a
range
Pelican
thing
and
will
just-
be the battle rifle shooting a 3-shot burst. You know,
What if it's
that'll
him
be the
double
key
shotting?
attack.
Oh,
Nah,
That'd
that's
be
way too
amazing.
complicated.
BXR 300% right there. Just die.
That would be so
That'd be
sweet.
so sick.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it'd be
gosh.
But that's
Get
what
somebody in the
I'm
back
hoping
and
for.
just assassinates them.
That's
Yeah.
my hype moment.
I'm
is
hoping
that
for another Elder Scrolls adventure,
Oh, Elder Scrolls 6.
and I want it to be Skyrim with upgraded graphics and co-op.
Dude,
I
they're gonna
could-
make it's not gonna be Skyrim, but it's gonna be the next tier. Because before it was Oblivion, then it was Skyrim. Now they're gonna make a whole new world.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
Yeah, but
just want
I'm
co-op.
excited for that too. Yeah.
All right, what about you, Lewis?
For what? What do I want to see?
What's one thing, like something else that you want to see?
Actually
weekend?
just Bethesda with that I think Elder Scrolls 6 would be awesome to see. I think if they do something though, because I don't think anything's been announced unless I missed something, but it'd be cool if they just drop like the title for it, like the title card, and then just talk about the game maybe. Like I'll take even that if they don't have like a trailer or anything planned. That'd be awesome. I don't really know what other games Bethesda makes, but honestly, like just Infinite stuff would be awesome to see. The more the better, or yeah, the more
Do
they
we
show,
see?
the better.
You know how we're getting like the coatings in Halo Infinite, like the full coatings instead of
Oh,
individual
yeah.
armor pieces. Are we going to see a Doom Marine,
I don't know.
or do we see Master Chief like skin get added to Quake?
That'd be cool. Dude, there's
'Cause
so
they
many
have the Doom
possibilities.
Marine in it.
There's just so much stuff. I hope they capitalize because we already named so
Yeah.
many things, and I know they have had their little
Just
board
from what
meetings.
we've talked about, we've filled the entire 90-minute slot. Like,
For real, we pretty much have.
Literally,
Uh,
just talking about it. Not
yeah,
even showing
so-
anything.
I don't know.
they're just gonna take this recording and put it on the E3. It's just gonna be us talking about it. That's all it is.
How would the trailer drop for Master Chief like joining Smash? Like, how do you think it would go? Would it be like, I don't know, something?
Does he come in on a
space, like
warthog,
Mario
or does he drop in off of the
Yeah.
ship?
Instead of having Cortana on his arm, it's gonna be Kirby. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be like Mario in hologram form, or Peach or something.
It's gonna be like Kirby and Yoshi running away like grunts do in like the Halo
Oh
campaign,
my god, that'd
and
be
then he just
funny.
walks in
Yeah.
with his assault rifle up over
Yoshi
his shoulder.
does kind of look like one of those what are they called? The little sniper
The
dudes,
jackals?
whatever. Jackals. He
Yeah.
kind of he has the same body style, or like a
Yeah, there needs to be some
Dark
kind of conflict. So you have to think of what kind of conflict could there be between Nintendo, him.
I
That's
don't know.
amazing.
I feel like they can get creative with it, but I'm excited to see.
Maybe
it.
something with Samus Aran. She's spacey.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What if we
and,
think
and Fox and Falco
Fox.
as well. From
Yeah.
Star Fox.
that'd be awesome?
They come across the Infinity, the UNSC Infinity, and Chief's in
Yeah,
it.
That's no moon.
he's just standing there in the window.
That's no moon. That's amazing.
Dude, that'd be awesome. That'd be so good.
Oh. I
I
mean, I
just
think
imagine that. So cool.
I think we're all just super ready. I mean,
Oh yeah, Sunday, 1
Sunday-
p.m.
Just
Sunday.
throw
Gonna be a
more
good
good
day.
games at me, please.
so we'll definitely be back next week to talk about all sorts of stuff. Lewis, I'm so glad you could join
Yeah.
us, man. This has actually been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Of course, anytime. I didn't want to call you a guest because I would like to be to where you're not just a guest. You're just
He's
feel like
an
yes.
average bro.
You're basically one of the original average bros.
You're
Yeah,
an
I'll
OG.
take it.
He's our IGL. He was our in-game leader.
I take it.
So
That's why
I'll
I
take
always
it.
refer to him as
I
IGL.
can't replace David.
no,
David's,
nobody can
David-
replace David. We miss him.
Yeah.
We can't wait
I'll
for him
just
to come
fill in
back. But anytime you want to be on the show, if you got something to talk about,
Yeah.
just hit us
I always
up.
got something to talk about, man.
I mean-
I don't shut up.
We'll get you. We'll get you on here
We're
whenever, man. This
gonna
is
put out the tweet, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, yo, can I be on there this time?"
sign me up.
Hey guys, remember me? 2 years later.
Uh,
Can I,
We'll be LA Thieves with our rotating roster.
True. Or
Bench
worse.
me.
You guys will
So,
beat him
yeah.
one day, dude.
We will. We gotta make our predictions. I'll send you the link, Lewis.
I'm
and
down.
anybody that's watching or listening, make sure you make your predictions. Join us.
I think I'd be pretty good at it, but
Um,
I feel like everybody thinks that, right? That's
I
how they do
definitely
it.
did, man. I was
I literally
not good for a while.
last week I missed the first 2 days and I just went in and just clicked and I nailed every.
Wow.
I got
Damn,
points
that's
for each
impressive.
uh, yeah, just thanks everybody for listening and hanging out. And I am ready to record next week's episode once we know all the stuff from E3. And
Oh, let me know. I'm not gonna be here. Never mind.
what's up?
My girlfriend and I's 3-year anniversary is this weekend. We're celebrating it this weekend.
Okay.
I'm gonna be driving back home Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely not be back. I'll probably drive home after the fact.
I would say you gotta make sure you tune in. You can't.
Oh, I'm gonna watch.
You gotta
for
watch
sure.
it live. Yeah.
I might stay there until it's over and then drive. back.
Anniversary,
Yeah.
honey. Now be quiet.
Shh.
What do you
Nah,
want to do
she
for
won't-
anniversary?
She won't
I need
care.
to
She'll probably
watch
watch with me. We'll probably get some breakfast and then watch it or something.
So I guess maybe I'll just record myself watching it and we can upload that. But no, we'll have to get.
I'll have her.
We'll be in the chat.
I'll have her Mac. Like I could probably tune on like her laptop and just talk to you. But
We'll definitely be in the group chat about it. And,
for sure.
And
Yeah,
we'll
I'll probably be posting about it here. Honestly, in this
oh,
Discord.
for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be all over it. So especially if they show multiplayer.
We'll be back next week.
What about
And can't wait to see what else happened. But thanks for watching and Average Bros out.